Jeez, they just keep pumping this stuff out like crazy. Yeah, sorry, kind of recording this right before I go to bed, and I am going to try to get this up before I have to go to work in the morning, so we're just going to do mostly a simpler desktop recording, with a few interspersed clips here and there for context. But yeah, last night, by the time you watch this at least, they put up a new teaser site for the upcoming Otona Precure 23 series, and first things first, god, this art style is just sweet. I mean, Nozomi is looking great, and a little different, and not just because she's older, but more on that later. Instead, I want to start by just appreciating this really lovely background. It's very colorful, and perhaps represents the neon lights of the city as Nozomi approaches them. They're both inviting, and yet also kind of off-putting with these more pastel colors. I mean, maybe it's just me, but they do come off as just a little bit intimidating. Hell, I think even Nozomi agrees with me, as she seems to be looking back with a very uneasy look. Perhaps one of the main plot lines of the show will be all about our young adult Cure adjusting to those awkward job hunting years while still holding on to the ghosts of her magical girl past that are even being symbolically reflected in the water she's standing on with the silhouette of Cure Dream visible. There's just a lot that could be interpreted here, but all my simple brain could think right now is, God, that's pretty. And just so that this doesn't become a plain old short, let's take a look at the credits they have listed so far. For the casting, only Nozomi is listed so far, and it's Yuko Sanpei playing her again, so no big surprise there. Though I guess it is reassuring to know that the rest of the cast will likely reprise their roles, and of course all of them will be coming back, right? Right? Well, anyway, the creator is, of course, and interestingly, though still not too surprisingly just yet, the director isn't the original Toshiaki Komura, but rather Takayuki Hamada. I mean, I think it only makes sense that they get a different director for a series that's likely going to be very tonally different from the original, and Hamada does have a bit more of a cinematic flair to him, having directed several anime movies, in particular 2 of the last Nanoha movies, Detonation and Reflection. Which, with the confirmation that they'll likely turn into Cures again, does that mean that we can look forward to some city-sized explosions? Because that would be all kinds of sweet. Series composition, not too surprisingly at all, is Yoshimi Narita coming back, called that by a country mile, and nice to know that Naoki Sato is also coming back to do the music for the series. Now, the actual most interesting credit, for me at least, is this one. Character design by Atsuko Nakajima. Yeah, not the legend that is Toshie Kawamura, but someone brand new to this franchise. Now, that's not to say that she's new to the industry, as I actually grew up with some of these shows, so yeah, that automatically should tell you how old they are. I mean, she has recently done work for Komi-san Can't Communicate, but she also did The Melancholy Nights, and I think what really defines her style, Get Backers, and the You're Under Arrest series, which is definitely more the vibes I'm getting from Nozomi's design here. Maybe she'll drop the teaching thing and become a cop instead. But yeah, for the sake of my nostalgia, before even Precure was a thing for me, this is a credit that I'm most intrigued by. Lastly, the animation studios behind this will be the joint venture of Toei and Studio Dean, who have been working together on the recent Sailor Moon movies starting from Eternal. This plus Hamna does seem to indicate that they might be taking things in a bit more of a cinematic direction, which I'm certainly looking forward to. But yeah, that's all we have to say for now, or at least what we can pump out in one night. But what do y'all think? Do any of these credits intrigue you in any way? What are some of your interpretations for this teaser visual? And did you watch The Melancholy Nights? Seriously, I can't be the only one who remembers that series, right? Feel free to comment below, like and subscribe, and all that jazz. And until next time though, farewell for now my friends, and good night.